Broader look at this through the lens of history. Let's bring in Mark Updegrove, ABC News contributor, a presidential historian. He's written several books on the presidency and studied it. And Mark, I just want your reaction to this moment, this historic moment when the former president of the United States now stands indicted by a Manhattan grand jury.
Well, to say the least, Terry, this is an unprecedented situation. A former president not only being indicted, but also seeking re-election after having been elected out of office just a few years earlier. It's unusual enough to see a defeated one-term president seek re-election. It's only happened a few times in history. Martin Van Buren, Millard Fillmore, Grover Cleveland. Grover Cleveland was the only one who was successful in getting re-elected after being defeated. Herbert Hoover was the last president to try for that in 1940, but none has been tainted by legal scandal. And the closest we come is Richard Nixon, who resigned in 1974 before almost certain impeachment in the House and escaped legal action due to the pardon by Gerald Ford a month later. And while Nixon sought rehabilitation in his post-presidency, he never considered seeking re-election. Here you have Donald Trump, as was mentioned earlier, not only being investigated for this crime and now being indicted for it, but also for several other crimes. So there is nothing even remotely like this in American history, Terry.
You know, and Mark, I do wonder about the broader impact on the country, which settles these disputes about who should be a good president, who shouldn't, generally through the ballot box. And here is Donald Trump, who tested the system, tested the boundaries of the system in so many ways, now under investigation in several jurisdictions, as John Carl told us earlier. But, you know, one thinks of former presidents being indicted by their political opponents in charge of cities or the next administration. You think of that in relation to broken countries, in relation to unstable countries. And now here we are. As I say, Donald Trump pushes the system, but the system pushes back. And I just wonder if you've got a sense as a historian, if we've been through that kind of pressure before on how we do things in this country and what precedent this might set.
You know, I don't know, because, again, it is so unique, Terry. We just simply haven't seen anything like this before. But what I think of the icons in history, and one of the iconic moments that I recall is Nixon boarding Marine One on South Lawn after resigning the presidency, the first president in history to resign from office, and he's sort of incongruously flashing the V sign for victory. What I think will be iconic in this moment will be the mugshot of Donald Trump being arrested. I mean, what is that going to look like in history? And I think to some degree it plays into his narrative of being a victim. Everyone's out to get me, the deep state. And I think that could galvanize his base, this sort of defiance that is characterized in so many ways by Donald Trump. But it's anyone's guess as to what this does in the longer term, Terry. This could be another drip in the drip that erodes Donald Trump's credibility, but it could also, as I mentioned, galvanize his base to say, we really do, as former President Trump says, need to take the country back, and we're going to do it.
All right, Mark Updegrove, thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.